There are many pressing issues in our community. Ending the cycle of poverty, eliminating the barriers to education, making sure everyone has a safe place to call home, and that our children and seniors are well cared for and protected. On a daily basis, many individuals are seeking help from a food pantry, a homeless shelter, domestic violence abuse, and much more. And thanks to generous people like you, United Way is making a difference in areas of health, education, financial stability, and just meeting basic needs. Your contribution to United Way's Community Care Fund goes far, but never far away.
I'm a mother of 5 children, ages 12 to 5. And I'm also a labor and delivery nurse at CMMC. We lived in Michigan. I'm originally from Maine. All my kids were born in Michigan. Their dad was an abusive man, and we left in the middle of the night to come from Michigan to Maine. I had no resources, no vehicle, basically the clothes on our back. Quickly got a job here in Maine, and I do make, a decent amount being a nurse, but it never seems to be enough to support 5 kids. What's great about programs like the Y is that they offer assistance to working families. I don't receive any child support, and I don't receive any other form of assistance. So it really allows me to be working and not have to be home. I couldn't afford childcare if I didn't receive assistance. I would basically have to take resources and not work.
This job is so rewarding, just seeing children grow up, knowing that we're here to help families and their children have a safe place and a healthy place to go to during the day. United Way funding helps us greatly by helping our teachers get professional development, helping with scholarships, helping with our curriculum, transportation, things like that that will help these children be successful.
At United Way, with our Success by 6 efforts, we are working hard to build the capacity around early childhood education by providing quality and affordable child care services for families.
I just got out of juvenile detention and I met a girl and she ended up getting pregnant. The whole time that she was pregnant, I was not really there for her like I should have been. I was still young. I was still into drugs. I was still drinking every day. I was not present at all in my life. I wasn't the same person. I still had dealt with my mother's death. Didn't like who I'd become. But I knew that there was a change that had to take place. And if I did the work, that I would be able to experience a better life. St. Francis Recovery Center has really given me the opportunity to change my life. Through treatment here, I was able to do some real work on myself and really found out some certain things in my life that I needed to change. Since then, things have been getting better, one day at a time.
St. Francis, we address all 3 levels of care, which means that we do everything from outpatient, intensified outpatient to residential. Ruben came with us. He was struggling a little bit, grew up with a loving mother, but in a bad situation environmentally, got hooked up with the wrong people. Made some tough choices, and by the time he got to us, he was a guy who has been broken. He was somebody who didn't want to be who he was anymore. He wanted to be that guy he was meant to be.
If you're a donor to United Way, I want to give my personal thanks to you for making it possible for people like me to have a chance at changing their lives and really making a difference.
Yeah, around 6th grade, through the school system and all the testing, they discovered that I had a form of dyslexia. Graduated with a diploma and pretty much went right to a shoe shop and started doing piecework. But after 7 years of starting to have hand pain and stuff, it's like I can't do this for another 7. So Willow Run ended up needing a greeter. The first day I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I'm not going to be able to do this. Because at that point, that's when I discovered how much of a hard time I had with reading and writing. Just looking up people's names. My form of dyslexia is more like, was like distinguishing between Michelle and Michael, which is which. And I really was having a hard time.
So she called literacy volunteers. She's really concerned that she wasn't going to be able to keep this new wonderful job.
I would recommend anyone to reach out to literacy volunteers. They made it very comfortable for me.
We had 10 students when I started. We average about 200 students a year now, and we have 4 different literacy programs. Because of the donors to the United Way, we've helped hundreds of people.
Willow Run Dental could not run without Trina, quite honestly. And I think Literacy Volunteers has been instrumental in getting her where she is today.
I'd like to say thank you to United Way and the people that give to United Way, because without those donations and people's generosity, Literacy Volunteers wouldn't exist, and I wouldn't have the success story that I have today without their help.
The stories of Holly, Ruben, and Trina are just a few examples of the powerful ways that your contributions are making a difference in our community. Thanks to generous people like you, United Way is making a difference. When you give to United Way, you're joining thousands of others from our community. Together, we have a much larger impact than anyone can do alone. This is our United Way. It all begins with donors like me and you. So please join me and make your donation today. United, we all make a stronger community. Thank you.